All right, today we're going to tackle a real puzzle from the world of luxury property. It's all about a development that, when you look at it on paper, seems to completely defy everything we know about smart real estate investing.
And that's the big question, right? It just doesn't seem to add up. Why would any smart investor pour millions into a property that has some serious daily headaches, like traffic, and offers such a tiny return on rent? So let's dig in and find out what's really going on here.
Well, the answer, it turns out, lies in a huge clash between two very different investment philosophies. See, most of us buy property thinking about that steady rental income, the monthly cash flow. But the people buying this property, they're playing a totally different game. They're focused on one thing and one thing only: long-term capital growth.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We're going to break down this paradox piece by piece. And we'll start with the property that's at the very center of it all.
So, meet Park Regent. It's a top-of-the-line freehold condo located in Kuala Lumpur's Desa ParkCity. It just got finished in 2023, and it's a joint venture between two absolute powerhouse developers. I mean, this place is the definition of a premium branded asset. But its location and the fundamentals? That's what makes this such a fascinating and, well, unique case study.
Now, to really get why Park Regent commands such a high price, you first have to understand the world it lives in. This isn't just about a building, it's about being part of this incredibly well-planned, self-contained universe. You see, Desa ParkCity is more than a neighborhood. It's a complete ecosystem. Residents have literally everything they could possibly need just steps from their front door. We're talking a massive central park with a lake, a couple of different hubs for shopping and dining, a private hospital, and even a really prestigious international school. It's basically this perfect bubble designed for an affluent lifestyle. And that curated life, that's a huge part of the value proposition. And this is the key line from the investment analysis. This high degree of self-containment means that for your day-to-day life, you really don't have to leave the bubble. And that unique feature, that convenience, is a massive, massive part of the appeal. As we're about to see, it's what helps people overlook some of the property's biggest drawbacks.
All right, now for the really juicy part. Let's get down to the numbers, because this is where the story gets super interesting and the whole investment strategy just snaps into focus.
So get this, in early 2025, one of the biggest units, they call it a bungalow in the sky, a massive single-floor residence, it sold for a mind-boggling RM 2771 per square foot. Now, to put that into perspective, that's a price tag you'd normally only see right in the heart of the city center. It just goes to show you there is huge demand for these rare, super premium homes.
But here's the twist, the paradox. The estimated rental yield is just under 4%. I mean, for a luxury property that costs this much, that is shockingly low. It's crystal clear. You're not buying this place to make money month to month from a tenant.
And this chart, it just lays it all out, doesn't it? The entire investment thesis in one simple visual. The potential for that long-term capital gain, the price going up over time, it absolutely dwarfs the tiny amount you'd make from rent. This is a pure growth play. End of story.
And hey, this isn't just wishful thinking, right? The project has a proven track record to back it up. It started with a launch price of around $1,100 per square foot, and since then, it's just shown this consistent and in some cases pretty dramatic price appreciation. This really hammers home its strength as a capital growth asset. Okay, so we've seen the good stuff. Now it's time for a reality check. Let's talk about how this perfect little bubble connects to the outside world, because honestly, this is the property's single biggest weakness. So if you're someone who actually needs to commute to work, the daily grind can be a real headache. You leave your beautiful private lobby only to immediately hit traffic inside the township itself. And from there, you merge into the legendary gridlock of the surrounding expressways during rush hour. Not fun. And here's the bottom line. You absolutely 100% need a car. Relying on a private vehicle here isn't a choice, it's a necessity. The entire place was designed assuming everyone drives, which ironically makes its terrible connection to the rest of the city its single greatest investment risk. And, don't let anyone tell you, oh, but it's near a train station. It's not a walk to the train kind of place. The station is way too far for most people to walk comfortably every day, which means public transport just isn't a realistic option. It really isolates anyone who doesn't or can't drive.
So, we have all the pieces of the puzzle now, don't we? We've got the perfect lifestyle bubble, the huge potential for capital growth, the surprisingly low rent, and, of course, the awful traffic. So, let's put it all together and figure out who this investment is actually for.
Well, this property is for a very, very specific type of buyer. We're talking about high net worth individuals, most likely people who are going to live in the unit themselves. They aren't looking for monthly income, they're looking to park their wealth in a scarce, desirable asset. For them, the incredible lifestyle inside the bubble is worth more than the inconvenience of getting out.
At the end of the day, you have to stop thinking about Park Regent as a rental machine. It's just not. It functions more like a luxury asset, like a rare piece of art or a vintage car. It's a store of value that's desirable because of its brand, its rarity, and the unique lifestyle it offers.
And that just leaves us with one final, big question to think about. As our cities get more and more congested, is the ultimate form of luxury becoming a perfect, self-contained bubble? And what's the real price you pay for living in a place that's absolutely wonderful on the inside, but a real challenge to leave every single day?